Hi there, welcome to my channel. This is Medeaij, and today's video is going to be a foundation, concealer, and hopefully powder collection video and declutter if it's not too long. If not, I'm gonna have to split it. But the intention is to go through my base products and kind of just get rid of products that I don't use for whatever reason and actually go through my collection. I don't tend to do my base declutter on video, so I think this might be the first time I'm actually doing it. But I thought it would be nice to go through it together, show you guys what I'm using, what I'm loving, what's coming out of my collection in preparation for 2022. So if it sounds like something that you would love to watch, then definitely keep on watching. For reference, I have combination to oily skin. So a lot of the foundations that I have are either matte. I also love full coverage. So they're either matte or if they are hydrating, they don't have oils or their skin tints, that kind of formula of foundation, like easy breezy, lemon squeezy. So if you'd love to hear more about the products that I like to use and the ones that are coming out of my collection, please ensure that you're subscribed and let's jump right in. And I know this is insane, but I have multiple shades of different foundations, but that's not excusing the sheer madness. I can tell you fact that I haven't used some of these foundations this year. Fact. Let me do a rough count. To 50, I stopped counting, so I have over 50 foundations. That is crazy. Okay, let's get into this because the madness. Let's get into. Starting off with this one in front of me. So this is the Black Op Full Coverage Cream Foundation. This was not my shade at all at the time, and this is an oil-free, or it says it's an oil-free, paraben-free foundation. And I believe I did test this in a video, and I had to mix it. See, a lot of these foundations are not my shade. That's the problem. I have one of these skin tones that are quick to transform. So the colder it gets, the lighter my skin tends to go. The hotter it gets, even if I'm not in the sun, my skin gets darker. So I'm always trying to balance out my skin tone. But one thing that never changes is my undertone. My undertone stays yellow, it stays, you know, cool tone for the most part. But when it comes to shade, it's a balancing act. So I know I tested this in a video, but I can tell you for a fact the undertone of this, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, I was happy with the undertone, but I think it was just a little bit too light. And I was happy with the consistency. Yeah, you can see it's good yellow undertone. It's just way too light. But I believe I liked this foundation. Can't remember now, so that's gonna be one of the problems. So still smells good. I think I'm gonna hang on to this. I'm gonna rearrange my foundations just to make sure that I am going through them better than what I did this year, because honestly there were some foundations at the back, some in drawers. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this one. So more from Black Up, I have these three. So the same foundation, but they sent over three different shades, and I believe I did do a video of this, and this is the Magnifique 24-hour foundation, and I believe that I enjoyed this foundation and I did get my shade range. Yeah, it's a thicker formula, it's a nice coverage. Can't remember because it's one of those foundations that I tested it, I used it for like the week, but then another foundation came out and so I didn't use it anymore. But anyway, the one I just swatched is FNT 11, and I am gonna keep this because I remember enjoying this. I do have other oh, look at that one. Do have other shades. So this one's pretty light, but the undertone is pretty good. Undertone of this one is good. And then, so that one is FNT 07. And then this one a little warmer, I think, in undertone, but then it's coming off yellow on camera as well. Anyway, this is FNC09, so I'm gonna keep them. I just feel like I need to use them more, but I think I remember that I enjoyed the coverage, um, and the undertone is clearly really good. So yeah, I'm gonna keep one. Immediately no, immediately no, immediately declutter. So this is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage Fresh Glow Foundation, supposed to be infused with juicy watermelon and fresh cucumber. This is shade Butterscotch. Aside from the shade, at the time it kind of matched me. At the time, I do like the pump applicator for tube foundations. I feel like a lot more of that needs to happen. So this is was good. Just it's looking a little light on camera, but in person it's not that light. Anyway, this did nothing for my skin. It's supposed to give you a long wearing finish, dewy, hydrating, brightening. It wasn't long wearing. It was more oily than dewy. Didn't hydrate, didn't brighten. I tried to love this foundation. You can see that I used more than I should have, but it just didn't work. So this one's leaving the nest. Bye bye. Do you think it's gonna take me before I decide to stop swatching everything because I've got white nails and it's beginning to look brown? But anyway, we move. So these are the NYX Bear With Me foundations, or no, they're tinted skin veils. And these are non-comedogenic. And there was a time when tinted anything used to just not, yeah, it just never worked for me. CC creams, tinted moisturizers, I tried, I couldn't find anything, but I'm very happy that this year I've been able to find a few favorites, this not being one of them. So this is the next one in shades Deep Sable and Deep Mocha, and I tried, you guys. I tried to enjoy this product, but it, there is tinted and then there is watery. Like there was just no coverage with this, and it just made my skin feel oily. It didn't do much. It didn't do much for me. I tried to use it. I tried to love it. I feel like somebody with dry skin would probably enjoy this a lot more than I tried to, or someone who isn't looking for any form of coverage at all in their foundation. I don't know. I don't know. It didn't work for me basically, so they're leaving. I'm gutted because not only did I buy two shades, I actually bought another one that I gifted someone because it's wasn't my shade range. Speaking of tinted anything, I also got the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream. These are Perfecting Healthy Glow. And these have SPF 20 in it. And this one is in shade. What shade are you? Yeah. Okay, this is deep 02 and this is deep 01. They didn't do much for me. Again, this was when I was trying out a lot of tinted everything, and this just didn't work for me. It felt oily, didn't give me any coverage. I don't remember the rest. I didn't use it after the one time that I used it. I just didn't enjoy it. No. So they're leaving. I just personally didn't enjoy it. Please don't be offended if you love tinted moisturizers. I will get to some that I absolutely love, but these ones just didn't do it for me. Okay. I've got NYX Born to Glow in front of me. They are not going anywhere. I do love these foundations. I did use them this year. I have two shades. One is warm mahogany, which pulls a little bit red on me, and then the other one is nutmeg. So I kind of have to mix the two because I feel like they follow each other. I don't think there's a shade in between. So I tend to mix the two just to give me this one shade match is perfect, but it's too warm. This one, the shade match isn't perfect, but the undertone is perfect. So when I mix it together, it gives me the perfect color and undertone. So these are definitely staying. I freaking love them. I love them. So tinted moisturizers. I have all tinted foundations. It's even. These are the Lottie London Velvet Skin Tint Foundations. I tested them this year. I do have a video up on my YouTube channel. They've split actually. Give them a shake. Give them a chance. Give them a shake. I do have a video up using these, and I've got Deep Y040 and Deep N45. One is very, very dark, and the other one is perfect for me. So, at this point, I'm not gonna try and find out which one. I will probably do that when I'm sorting it out and get rid of the one that's way too dark. But I love these. They work really nicely if you're looking for a tinted moisturizer. If you're looking for a tinted foundation, you guys, I haven't eaten. Okay, I haven't eaten. I just thought you should know. Anyway, I digress. If you're looking for a tinted foundation that's gonna give you some coverage, make your skin look nice, then these ones are to go, and they are very affordable. I love these from Lost London. I think they knocked it out of the park. Okay. Okay, what's in front of me? Let's do Juvia's face. They're all here. I've got a lot of Juvia's face. So I was in the testing phase of trying to find out which shade matches me from Juvia's. So I have a few, okay? You know, if you've got the I Am Magic foundations, you know that there's a lot of crossover. So I've got Gabon. Gabon, I use it this time. Well, I use it in summer, okay? Because that's when I'm darker. So the thing about the Juvia Space foundations is the darker the color, the uh the smaller the number. Is that how it is? I think she started off with the dark colors, and then she moved on to the lighter colors in terms of the shade range. So this one works perfectly for me in the summertime when I'm a little darker. But this year, I haven't gone dark at all in the winter period. Dark? What am I saying? This year, I haven't gone light at all in the winter period, so I still find that I use this. But anyway, this is shade Gabon. I've got Burkina. Burkina is slightly lighter than Gabon, and I use this mostly when I'm in between, light and dark. I kind of use this quite a lot, so that's why I've got two bottles of this one. And then I was trying to just test out, when you're just testing out different colors, and I was buying stuff from Juvia Space. So I got Zaria, and Zaria is pretty light. Like, if I went really, really, really light, it would be Zaria. So I'm keeping all of them because I use them. I mix a lot. I use them. So they're staying. The Iron Magic foundations are fantastic. There's hardly any oils. So if you've got combination oily skin like me, you're absolutely gonna love it. It's not gonna make you oily. The coverage is fantastic, and the shade selection is chef's kiss. I think definitely check it out. Okay, I've got another tinted song. So this is the XX Revolution, a light mocha. This is what's it called. This is a tinted moisturizer. I know they have a fancy name. And oh, I did mention in my video saying how cool would it be if this, like, because obviously you could take this out. But you know what? I haven't seen a refillable on Revolution's website. Please, if you've seen them, definitely let me know, because I feel like it's begging for a refillable. But anyway, I have a video on my YouTube channel delving into this cushion foundation tinted moisturizer thingy. I love it. It's fantastic. Don't care for the puff. Like, yeah. Used it that one time. Haven't used the puff since then. I have since then used this a few times. Great travel companion. Great travel companion. I love how compact it is. I love that there's a mirror. I love the packaging. I love the consistency of it. Love that it doesn't leave my skin feeling oily. This is a really good one. So she's staying. She's staying. Okay. OG MAC foundation. This is the Studio Fix Fluid. In NC55. I reach for this like shop my stash this year. I've used this a few times. I love this foundation. Say what you want, but MAC does skin based products. Like, that is their bag. that is the bag. Let's just be honest. Mac is Mac. Mac is solid. Mac is a makeup artist's dream. Like, yeah. So not a makeup artist, but I love it. So I'm keeping it. Another foundation that I used this year, came out this year, reviewed it this year, is on my channel. Love these. These are the Morphe Filter Rich foundations. So I initially got Rich 26, which was ever so slightly too light for me. So I got Rich 28, which is bang on perfect. Hence why I've got two. But I love this. I'm not going to spoil it for you. No, I'm not. You're going to go and watch the review because I even used the Rich 28 in another video just to show you what it looked like. So, yeah, your girl was busy this year. Like, can we just take a moment? Can we just take apologies there? My camera is so rude. I was saying, can we take a moment to just give me a round of applause for the amount of videos that I released this year? Like, I feel like I went in, I was consistent, I was posting, and yeah, I'm so proud of myself. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil it for you because I know you're going to watch it. So it will be linked, but definitely they are staying in the family. I've also got the Mary Kay Time Wise foundations. Again, I do have a video testing these out, and these are the matte 3D foundations. I've got bronze W150, bronze C160. I don't remember off the top of my head which one of them matched me perfectly, but these are combination to oily skin. They're also suitable for sensitive skin. You can get the dry skin version, I believe, but these ones work really well for me. Oil wear, like coverage is fantastic as well. Mary Kay makes really good base products. They are not hyped enough, but definitely they make really good base products. Keeping. Okay. So another foundation that I tried today, another foundation I tried this year is the Morphe Glow Stunner foundation. This is the hydrating tinted moisturizer. Okay. So this is another tinted moisturizer. This has SPF 30 in it. And again, I have a video of this one. This is Deep Glow 13. I did have another shade, but I've gifted someone because that didn't work for me. This one works perfectly. You can see how much of it's been used. This is one that I would definitely repurchase because I used it a lot in quite a number of my videos just because of how easy it is to use. And this time of the year when it's quite cold, I can either get towards my tinted moisturizer, easy breezy because I'm wearing turtlenecks and stuff like that, or I could go full coverage if I wanted to. So I feel like this is a really good all year round type of tinted moisturizer. It works really well for me. No cast, nothing, blends in smoothly. So definitely a keep. This is one that I just recently got actually from Simply Be. I did a collaboration with them, and this is the Hide and Cheek Fluid Foundation. By the way, if you're not following me on my other social media platforms, it's almost at the end of 2022. Like, when are you planning on following me? Like, I'm just asking for a friend. When are you planning on either subscribing or following me on the other social media platforms? Like, when are we going to make it official? I feel like we've been hiding and cheating on our other loves and we've not been public about the love we have for each other. So please follow because a lot more happens on those platforms. Anyway, so the Stiller foundation, this is Hidden Cheek, and this is in shade Deep 3, and this matches me perfectly. I love this coverage. It is quite runny, but still gives a really good full coverage finish. Not oily, sits really well. Love the packaging. Stila does looks. Anyway, this one I'm definitely keeping. The Tarte Face Tape, this one is a glorified foundation mixer for me because honestly, I tried to shade match myself online, but it was impossible. I've had three different versions of this foundation and I've just given up. I've given the other two away. This one is too light for me. I love the finish of this foundation, but Like the model they used online, I'm still saying it is a lie. Like the products they used on them, either that or they Photoshop the hell out of it because it just doesn't like it's not adding up. It really isn't adding up. And I've tried it 3 times and still no joy. But I'm gonna keep this because as I said, it's a glorified foundation mixer and I do mix some other darker foundations with it just so that I can use it. I have used it a few times this year already. And this shade is 47N Tan Deep in neutral. Like, yeah, let's just keep her. I've got the Beauty Bakery Insta Bake Foundation. This is in shade 317W. I love this foundation. Clearly used it. You can see for yourself. Good coverage. It doesn't 100% match me, but I'm able to mix and get my perfect match. And you know what? I don't mind mixing. Like, just let me know from the OnStar. Like, don't make me promises. Don't make me promises that's gonna match me. You've got a model on there. I match myself to the model, and then the foundation comes and it's like 10 shades lighter. Don't lie to me. Let me know that what I'm getting is not gonna match me 100%, and I'm gonna need to put in the work, and I'll be ready to put in the work. That is all I ask for. And that's what this one does. So I already knew that it was going to be slightly too light. So I mixed it with either a tinted moisturizer or the Decipher um, coverage drops, and it works nicely. So definitely keeping this one. Speaking of Decipher, I have quite a few of their products because, God, they're dusty. Because I did test a number of their products before showing it to you guys. So the Decipher products are custom made to your skin tone. So you take a picture of your skin tone, of your face in light, in different types of light, and they match you. So obviously I was doing a lot of testing for them. So I did get a few of these pigment drops. Some are dark, some are light because I did them in winter time and did them in summertime, and that's how I know that I changed quite a bit because you can see how different they are. So you could almost say that I've got my winter shade and I've got my summer shade in here because of the technology, which is brilliant. So I'm gonna keep them because they come in really handy, especially when it comes to mixing a lot of my foundations. The same with the foundations that I have from them. I have one that I tested, which I believe is the one with the older logo. Uh, this one. So this is the one with the older. Is it this one? Do you know what? I can't remember, but I think there is a date. Yeah, there's a date at the bottom. So this is 2020, and then this was 20. Oh, it's rubbed off. Can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Same as the drops. You can see that one is a little yellow, one is a little red, and one is more neutral base. They all come in handy. I love the coverage of these foundations. I love how well they work for me. During your shade match, you can select if you want oily, like if you're oily skin, if you're dry skin, what type of coverage you want. You can do all of that customization, which is one of the things that I love. And I feel like a lot of brands are going to jump on that bandwagon next year. So Decipher, you heard it first. Decipher did it first and they did it well. So I've got 3 of them. They're not going anywhere. I absolutely love them. Use them a lot this year. I've got the Maybelline Fit Me foundations, and these are the matte poreless foundations, normal to oily skin. I don't care for these. I've got truffle and I've got pecan. Don't know why I purchased this. I never got on the bandwagon of the Fit Me foundations, never did, never liked it, never worked for me, and I felt the need to go and buy 2 more, and I don't like them. They don't work for me. I'm not able to get the type of coverage that I like or the type of finish that I like. So we're just gonna leave it there and just say they're not made for me, so they're leaving. I've also got the Revolution Pro Full Coverage Camouflage Foundation. I can actually say that I have never used this foundation, and I probably never will. So she's gonna leave on that basis. There's no point keeping it if I have no intention of using it. This one was a miss for me. This is the Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation in 10. Um, the match was good, but I didn't like the coverage. I didn't like the finish of it. Like, it's a sheer medium coverage and it has SPF 15. I think the fact that they say medium coverage, I'm expecting some type of coverage, but this just stayed sheer on me. Again, don't lie to me. If you're promising me medium coverage, I'm expecting that at least you're able to cover a pimple, but it just didn't do anything. But I like the shade. I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna use it to mix. And as much as it didn't do anything, I'm still keeping it. Too Faced Bond This Way foundation. This is in shade mahogany and it says absolute perfection foundation and oil free. I've never met a foundation that lies as much as this foundation. The fact that it says oil free is what just blows my mind. This thing is oily AF. Like, what are they talking about? When I wear this foundation, my skin looks so oily in like an hour. And I always use it with a mattifying foundation, just something to keep the oils away. But this guy, I don't know what Two Face is talking about, but the oil in this is disrespectful. So I have put up with it because this is not cheap, especially living in my city. I have to go to another city to purchase it because I wanted to shade match myself in person as opposed to guessing online. And I am so like, I've put myself through shit. Sorry. I've put myself through a lot to try and get this foundation to work. And for the most part, I have used a lot of it, but I think it's time to let it go because it honestly doesn't make me happy. It honestly does not make me happy. Like, no. One that does make me happy is the Warmer Beauty Say What? Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. Soft matte hydrating. It really is. Soft matte in that it doesn't dry the hell out of your skin. Hydrating in that it gives some airiness to your skin so you don't feel like you're clogged up. And I really like that. Plus, I really love the shade of this one. It says it's a medium coverage. Use sparsely for Oh, you can use sparsely for medium coverage, and you can build it up for full coverage or extreme coverage, depending on what you like. I like to wear it as a medium coverage foundation, and it works really well for me. So this one is staying. As a matter of fact, it's probably one of the foundations that I would repurchase because of how fantastic it is. Another foundation that I would repurchase is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation. This kind of reminds me of the Stila foundation in terms of performance. This is clearly not my shade. Like, let's call a spade a spade. And apologies that my bottles look dirty. They are used, that's why, and loved. But anyway, I have this shade just so that I can mix the other foundations that don't match me. And this is quite a liquidy type of foundation. So it really works well with the thicker formula foundations in terms of mixing them. So I really like this, and on its own, it's really blendable, very easy to use, and the color is gorgeous, the texture is gorgeous, everything about it is just fantastic. So yeah, I'm keeping this one. There's not much to say other than it is brilliant. And then where are we? So keeping. Let's separate. These ones are pretty new. So cats out of the bag. I was one of the content creators for the re-release of the Ofra Absolute Coverage Foundation. Just to get my shade range. Obviously, Ofra is based abroad and I'm in the UK, so they had to send me a few shades to test. And so I've got a few shades of this. I've got 9, I've got 8.5, and I've got 8. 8.5 ended up being my exact. And when I say exact, I'm saying I don't need to mix this bad boy. This thing works perfectly. It's a full coverage foundation. I would say it's a soft matte finish, and it's got silk peptides in it, which is good for your skin. It's got skincare ingredients in this, which is brilliant. I am keeping all three because I don't care. I'll mix in other foundations just because this foundation is fantastic and it works really well for me. I absolutely love it. So if you are my skin tone, 8.5 is your girl. Like 8.5. But I have this habit of having several shades, and I don't know, I like to mix shades. So once I'm done with 8.5, I am going to be mixing in the other ones. So they are staying at home with me. Foundation is gonna need mixing is the Huda Beauty full filter high coverage cream foundation. This shade is gingerbread 430N, and this doesn't match me. Again, I'm blaming it on the swatches and the people, the models that they use online, because honestly they lead me astray. So I did select this myself, and it's not my shade. It is too light. So I have to mix it in with a darker foundation. But the undertone of this is perfect. So I'm always careful with what foundation I mix it in with. I love the coverage of this. I love the finish. I love how it sits on my skin. It's a really good foundation. I believe this is the reformulated version. I never tried the original. I've never tried the concealers. I've actually never tried any skin-based product from Huda. This will probably be my first. I also love the primer, which hopefully will get into my primer collection if I haven't done that already. But this one is a banger, so I'm gonna keep it in as much as the shade doesn't match me. The coverage is brilliant. Let's do some XX Revolution. So I have tons and tons of videos of Revolution, XX Revolution, because I really honestly love testing out Revolution products for you guys on my channel. I feel like there was a time we made it a habit where almost every video I was putting out was a Revolution type of video. And I have enjoyed working with Revolution, but unfortunately, I feel like I'm at the bottom of the pack again when it comes to Revolution. So we'll wait and see what 2022 brings, but I absolutely love the brand, and I would really love to work with the brand on a more steady basis as opposed to, ad hoc, because I feel like you guys enjoy the Revolution videos, you enjoy the reviews, you enjoy the first impressions, the unboxing. But obviously, I'm not able to afford buying the products all the time. I do purchase some products here and there, like these foundations. I was sent one, but then I believe I was sent one and then I bought a couple more. Um but just some of these, no, I was sent them, but I have since then repurchased because obviously I love them. But I am very appreciative to Revolution. I just wish it was a little bit steady so that you guys know that, oh yeah, there's a new release and for sure Medeaij is going to review it. Like that's the kind of position I want to get to. Anyway, welcome to my TED Talk. So we're talking about the XX Revolution foundations. This is the matte version, I guess. These ones look like Tom Ford. I said it in my video, I say it again. I freaking love the packaging of these foundations from XX Revolution. I feel like the XX Revolution range is quality, fantastic. Ah, I am so obsessed. These two are fantastic. So again, different shades for different times of the year. I've got FX 14.7 and FX 14.5, and it's only because of the tone and slight shade difference, but they're both used, as you can see, like that one to there and that one to there, because they're fantastic. So no brainer, they're staying. I also have the luminous version, which I believe I've used more of because I love the coverage of this. It is a little bit more hydrating, has a little bit more, you know, It is a little bit more hydrating than the matte version, and it glides on a little bit easier than the matte foundation. But in terms of coverage, they perform exactly the same. And yeah, depending on your skin tone, if you're dry skin, definitely get this one. But if you are oily, then these ones would definitely work for you. Was there? Okay, so let's do Maybelline Superstay foundations. So I've got the Maybelline Superstay foundation. I've got 70, I've got 60, and I've got 75. And 75 is too dark for me, 60 is too light for me, 70 is slightly too dark. So what do? I mix these two to get me like 65 type of thing. But these are the 30-hour wear foundations from Maybelline. These came out this year, I believe, and I do have a review of this on my YouTube channel. I freaking love this foundation. If you're oily skin, combination skin, you're going to love her. Just make sure you hydrate in the areas that you get dry, because this guy oils wear. Like, this is a full on long wearing foundation. So if you're looking for a long wear foundation, as a matter of fact, I believe this is gonna rank in my top foundations of the year, because this is fantastic quality. I'm gonna try and not put in as many Revolution products, because Revolution, you guys know I love Revolution, but this one is definitely going to rank because I enjoyed these and I've used them so much this year, and they work really well, especially as they're drugstore, they're affordable. I always say ain't nobody gonna wear foundation for 30 hours, but if you do, definitely comment down below. I'd like to know where you're going, girl. Because I want to go. 30 hours? Like, that's bed and back. Anyway. But yeah, that's thing. Laura Mercier, this was another one that I tried this year. This is a tinted moisturizer. This is a natural skin perfector. This one worked really well for me as well. It's got SPF 30. I love the neutral undertone of this one. It does have, I'm gonna swatch this one. It does have like a neutral undertone compared to the others, but it works so well and it blends so well into my skin. Do you see how that's just like poof gone? This would definitely give you your skin but better type of finish. I love it. The quality of this is amazing. I've got it in shade walnut. Brilliant. Keeping this one for sure. Time to fess up. I also got sent these tinted moisturizers. These are oil free, and I've got shade mocha and shade cacao, and I never use them. I know. Terrible. These have SPF 20 in them. I never tried them, so I don't know what to tell you. I mean, why didn't I ever use them? Natural skin I'm trying to see what the difference is. This one has SPF 30, that one has SPF 20, non-grease, cream, perfect neutral. Like, I feel like I need to do a comparison video now, but I haven't used these. I'm definitely gonna keep them. I do like that I have got a dark one, so I can mix in some of these other lighter foundations. So yeah, I'm sorry, Laura. Sorry, Laura. Didn't get around to using them. Next I've got my Urban Decay Stay Naked foundation. I have a review of this. Pretty old review, but still valid. This is not the longest lasting foundation. It's a weightless liquid foundation. You do get long wear on it, but not more than 6-7 hours, depending on the elements. And would work a lot better in winter, to be honest. And this is in shade 80WY, one of my favorite foundations, hands down. I don't think I'm gonna rank this in my top five, just because I talk about this foundation way too much. And I've clearly used it. I think this is my second bottle. No, this is my third bottle already, because it's just easy. It's just an easy foundation. You don't have to think twice. When I travel, I pop it in my bag. When I'm going to work, pop it in my bag, shop my stash, pop it in my bag. Easy. So keeping that one for sure. Here I've got one of my OG foundations that I just haven't touched yet. I used to use this foundation a lot in my previous videos. If you're an OG, definitely comment down below. I'm sure you've seen me use this foundation in a few videos. This is the Revlon Color Stay foundation, the combination oily one. It's got SPF 15. This is in 400 caramel. No chance is this gonna be my skin tone, but at one point in my life, it was my skin tone, and this was my holy grail foundation. Obviously, I've since then tested so many other foundations, but this is still a banger. If you can get your shade, this one is still a banger, and I'm keeping it because I don't think I've used this one. I've gone through quite a number of these, but I don't think I've used this particular one. Let's do Revolution Glow. So I've got the Conceal and Glow foundation. This has vitamin C. It is medium to full coverage. I've got F13 and F14.2. I tried using this in one of my previous videos, or maybe Wash Up My Stash. And the F14.2, like, I don't understand Revolution with the undertone of this. This feels like it's got green in it. Like, it's so neutral. I don't even think it's neutral now. It's so green that I can't use this. So I'm definitely going to declutter this one. This one matches me a lot more. It's a little warmer tone, but I can still make it work. And I love the color of this one. So I'm gonna keep this one because I'm pretty okay with the formulation. The Revolution Conceal and Hydrate and Revolution Glow, I don't really see much of a difference. I'll probably say this one is a little bit oilier maybe than the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, but still a good foundation. Speaking of the Conceal and Hydrate, I do have two shades of that. I've got F13 and F13.2. Again, I believe the F13.2 is like a weird, like, yeah, that's all right. It's not weird. It's not this one. I thought I was thinking of another one. But anyway, I'm going to keep these two because I do love Revolution foundations. And I have since, like midway decluttered quite a few shades that just went up my shade. I had some lighter ones, some darker ones. So I've given them to loved ones. Definitely going to keep these. Let's go. So I've got Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation. I do have a video on my channel testing these out. I've got two shades here. These are F13 and F14.7. One is darker than the other. I think the F13 is perfect. But anyway, they're full coverage to me. I've said this so many times. Don't understand what the CC perfecting part is, but I feel like these are full ass coverage foundations. It's got SPF 30 and they are fantastic. Fantastic quality. Definitely check out that video. Revolution Pro line is also a fantastic line from Revolution. I do have a few more foundations here that we're hiding. I've got the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation in Mahogany. Yeah, this is Mahogany. It's a 24-hour foundation, full coverage, similar to the Maybelline Super Stay. The coverage is fantastic. Color range is great. Full coverage works really well for my skin tone. If you've got dry skin, please make sure you hydrate or else you will feel really dry. And then I've got the OG of OGs. This is the Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. There was a point when this was the only foundation I was using on my channel. That was how much I loved it. So this is the F13 shade. I don't use it as much just because of the applicator. But I still love this foundation. If Revolution ever decides to remove the applicator, I feel like you get I don't know, I feel like you get way more product. I feel like that applicator just kind of doesn't allow you get the full range or full amount of product. So this is 23 mil, and then the conceal and hydrate is also 23 mil, but then I don't know, it's not adding up. All right, it's just my thought. Anyway, it's just the applicator. At one point I did like the applicator, but not anymore. And I've got my Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfecting Foundation. This one is in shade Medium Deep 24, and I did go into self reduce to get matched. Again, I have a video on my channel because I treated myself as a birthday gift to some Pat McGrath products. This is definitely gonna rank in my top 5. because this just feels like quality on my skin. It feels like luxury. The coverage is good. I love that you can build it up, but why would you? You know, you just want that rich auntie vibe that this foundation gives you. Like it gives you all those like feels. So this one's definitely staying. And the last one that I have is this one, which I received at a where did I receive? This was at an event. And this is, I don't even know the name, Bell Radiance Foundation. I don't know. I'd never used it. I got it from the event and it just never, like, I think it was just the shade. The shade put me off because I was like, one is runny, two is so light. Like, where do I start trying to make this work? Like, where? Tell me where. So I'm definitely gonna declutter that one. All right, so these are all the foundations that I'm decluttering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 foundations that I am getting rid of. I am going to sort out my display area and then come back to you guys. I actually do think I need to do concealers and powder in a separate video because it will be way too long. So yeah, let me sort it out and then I'm gonna show you guys the final, placement of the foundations, and then you're just gonna have to check my channel for the concealer and for the powder. I'll probably link it. But yeah, let me sort this mess out. Okay. All right, so this is how I've decided to arrange. Apologies if my camera is a little bit shaky. I'm holding it, but I've decided to just go by the shape of the bottle. You can see from the top, just so that I can see them. So I know I've got all my Ultra foundations, Maybelline foundations, NYX foundations, XX Revolution foundation, Huda Beauty, sorry, Urban Decay, and then I've got all my Makeup Revolution and Morphe. I've got the Decipher, Uoma Beauty. I've got my Pat McGrath, my MAC. I've got my Revlon, Tarte. I've got Beauty Bakery. I've got the ones that come in tubes, and then I've got an overflow here, which is brilliant because now I can actually close this drawer, which I couldn't do before. So I don't have any other. I mean, I could do it by skin tints and whatnot, but I don't need to because I remember. I remember what the product. Look, plus I can read the label. Anyway, this is how I want to sort it out for now. If I do decide to change it, I'll let you know. But this is it. Oh yeah, I do have a few samples of the Decipher, so probably because I don't waste product, you guys. Like I use my stuff. Okay, so we could put the samples there. Oh, yeah, and that's it. So that's how it's all sorted. I hope you enjoyed this video so that we can have a nicely arranged room when I do my room tour. It's not much of a tour, it's a small room, but anyway, you guys want to see my organization and stuff like that, so I'm working towards that. I'm just trying to declutter all the different areas, and foundation was one of them. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Yay! And subscribe if you haven't before you leave. And you can share the video as well. Share with a friend. Share with someone who's a foundation hoarder who should do this. Encourage them. And I'll catch you in a future video. I need to tackle the concealers and powders next. So yeah, stay safe. Remember, God doesn't like ugly. Be nice to someone today, and black lives will always matter. And I'll see you soon. Bye. I decided to open those drawers over there because that's where I keep like products during the year that I've tried, probably don't love, or I have too many of, and I just keep them. And I found some more. So sorry if the camera is shaky, but I'm holding it. This is the Thrive CC cream. This one has SPF 35 in it. I tried this. I tried to use this. I tried to love this. It didn't work for me. So she's also leaving. In the same vein, I've got I've got the Revlon Photo Ready Candid in 440. natural finish. This didn't do anything for me. I have a video of me trying this. Like, you need to laugh. You need to check my channel and just laugh. I tried to make it work. I tried to finesse it, but I had no business testing that because it was way too light. Anyway, I've also got the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. I purchased this myself to test it out because I've heard great things about this, but I matched myself wrongly. And this is shade Hazelnut. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to keep this because I've only ever swatched it. So I'm going to test that one. I got sent the Milani Screen Queen foundation. Tell me how this is deep tan. Like, tell me how this is deep tan. So yeah, she's leaving. And then this is a new one. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum in Tan Deep. Again, how is this tan deep? Anyway, haven't tested it, so I think I'm going to keep this one because I haven't tried it. And then, as I said, Ofra sent me some products to shade match myself. So I do have full bottles of some shades that don't match me. So I've got 7.75, I've got 7.25, and I've got 7.5. So as I mentioned in my eyeshadow palette declutter video, if you haven't seen that, I am going to try and either sell these or give them away. I don't even know. I think I'm going to try and sell them, and I will any products that were sent to me for PR or to test or whatnot, if I'm selling them, I am definitely donating the money to British Heart Foundation or to any other charity, or for Christmas, like to buy orphans. I'm gonna do something good with it, okay? So because I don't know anyone in my real life that I can give these shades to, or if you want to pay for postage, like hit me up. As a matter of fact, if you want to pay for postage of these foundations, hit me up on Instagram if it hasn't gone already, and just tell me what you want to do. I'll send it to you. Honestly, I'll send it to you as long as you pay for postage. So definitely go on the Ofra website and look at the shades and let me know. And no, you can't have them all. Please look at the shades so that other people can have a chance to get them. So to reiterate, 7.25, 7.75, 7.5, and I don't want to take them out of the boxes. Literally don't. So yeah, hit me up if you're interested. So yeah, we're adding two more to the declutter pile, and I'm adding two more to my collection. I'll leave you now. Bye.